right, y'all. This is our take. This is Mark, the moderator.
Thanks.com. The game is the game always.
Leaf, it's only family. Brooklyn forever. If you a bum, I'm gonna call you a bum.
Maybe the process. Yo, shout out to all the bums that made it to the NBA.
Yo, yo, I see it's gonna be a hard one, boy. This is gonna be a hard one. But yo, listen, right now, Doc Rivers is taking a lot of smoke right now based upon what happened in Game 4 just last night. Ben Simmons missed a bunch of free throws. They went to Hacker Ben. My question to y'all: should Doc Rivers had benched Ben Simmons and got him out of the game to try and win that game, even though they're up 3-1? It would have been a closeout game.
Avery, you can go last.
And Embiid got hurt. Just want to throw that out there. Go ahead, Lee.
So I think last night I would have did it. I would have took him out the game. It was a close game up to that point. You feel what I'm saying? He was definitely hurting you because, as the kids like to say, he wasn't counting his pennies. And when you're not counting your pennies at the free throw line, the clock is not moving either. And that's where this whole hacker players came from, with Popovich, where like, yo, I could cut into the lead without the clock moving. So, yeah, I would have took him out the game. It ain't like he's giving you nothing offensively, And they're a sound defensive team in a whole. So last night, I would have took him out.
Yeah, you got to take him out the game in that situation. It's poor coaching. I don't know why he didn't do it. Maybe Ben's confidence or whatever. But here's what I will say, man. You're a professional athlete, man. That's just a conversation. All that has to be is like, listen, man. Ben, you don't got it right now at the free throw line, and we trying to win this game. I'm trying to get y'all some rest for the next round. Let's win this game, and we talk about it after.
I would definitely say that's the wrong move. I think because of you have the luxury of being up in a series, the series didn't come down to that game. You stick with your player that you have been rocking with all season. You can't abandon the ship because fans want you to. That would make you a horrible coach. If you're a coach, your coach stands by you until, like I said, if it becomes a pivotal game, different story. But you're up 3-0 in a series. Ben Simmons, you got to have trust in him. You got to show trust in him as a coach. If you don't do that, I'm going to tell you right now, Doc Rivers would not need to be on that sideline. You react to one game and one situation, you're a bad coach. So I know you do not bench him. You ride it out. And you know that your star player who is carrying you is out. He's hurt. You don't know what's the magnitude of his injury. You might going to need Ben for the rest of this series to win this series for you. You can't hurt him mentally right now, and you're up 3-0. You up 3-1 now. You still got 2 more games, but before you have to worry about it from a coach's standpoint.
Mark, you're right. But here's what I'm gonna say. We were speaking about the Knicks, and we talked about confidence, right? Ben Simmons' confidence from the free throw line is shot right now, bro. He's shooting 5 for 20 in this series. So that's why I would have pulled him. Yes, I agree with you. You know what I mean? Yo, you're only down 3-1. You have the leeway to do this, but you're trying to end, like you could have ended that series. A couple free throws, that game is dead. Of course you're going to disagree, Avery. A couple free throws, that's a whole different outcome. You know what I mean? And I agree with what Banks said. It's just a conversation. I've seen Popovich, when dudes went to hacker Tim Duncan, pull Tim Duncan. Like, yo, we're going to get you out so they cannot foul you. You know what I mean? So if I could see great players get pulled because of this same situation, I, as a coach, can pull Ben Simmons because I want to do what's best for my squad in the moment. Yeah, we have more games to play, but I'm speaking about in the moment. Thanks.
Y'all keep talking about this, oh, you up 3-1 or anything like that. The Warriors was up 3-1, and I'm sure they felt the same way. Why play an extra game? You do not know what could happen. Yeah, understandably, but still, it's you could play an extra game. You could lose a key role player. When you have a chance to close somebody out, you close them out.
Close them out.
Get rest. You're going into a series with possibly a hot Hawks team. Embiid is hurt. You could get him some rest and recovery and all that. 3-1 could turn to 3-2, 3-3 before you know it, man. Let's not act like it hasn't happened. Of course, more than likely, the Sixers are going to win the series. But let's say they win the next game and somebody that y'all really need goes down. Tobias Harris or somebody goes down when y'all could have closed out in game 4. It's just not worth it to me.
Hold on.
Again,
Okay, can I come in?
Avery, go ahead.
Go ahead,
Chime in?
Avery.
Was y'all watching the game? I don't know what y'all was watching. I was. They were down 14. Ben was in foul trouble the entire game. Tobias was 8 for 24. They shot horribly from the three, and you're playing without your best player. The biggest guy on the court, most serviceable guy, was Ben Simmons. You're not putting Dwight Howard in. Ben Simmons was the only big man you had left, which is why we shouldn't have traded Tony Bradley. Another story. So, with that being said, if you really look at the numbers, he was 4 for 8 during that stretch, right? As good as our defense has been playing, we gave up 12 points in 6 possessions. All right. We're down 4. If he hits all 8 of those free throws, we know he's a 50% free throw shooter. This is not a mystery. The biggest mistake Doc made last night was not keeping Maxey in. That was the biggest mistake he made because he was the one that got us back in the game. He took Maxey out and kept Correctness in. He should have kept Maxey in. That's the only mistake he made. Outside of that, you cannot put Ben on the bench because kind of like what Mark says, you shoot his confidence if you pull him out of the game. Mind you, he's supposed to be the second best player on the court. You shoot his confidence. So, no, you can't take him out. I don't think it's time to overreact. Yo, does Ben need to shoot better at the free throw line? Yeah. But I say it like this. We all got kids here, right? At a certain point, your kid is your kid. That's all I can tell you. This is who he is. He's a great defensive player. He can't shoot free throws. He's not going to shoot jump shots. You know, in the fourth quarter, he's going to hurt you. So that means when Philly, what is nerve-wracking is 2 things. Doc's inability to close out series, and when they got to see more elite talent, like if they got to go up against Atlanta, Banks, you said it earlier, we're going to mollywop Atlanta. Don't be so sure about that. We don't play well against guards that are smaller. So with that being said, no, you cannot take Ben off the court. I'm not going to overreact. And like I said, Tobias shot 8 for 24. 8 for 24. They had a bad night, and the Wizards had to do everything they could to win that game. So I wouldn't overreact about it. Ben is who he is.
And Leaf, to the point which you made, as much as Pop knows Tim Duncan, Doc knows what he has with Ben Simmons. There's a reason why he handled it the way he handled it. So that's you got to give him credit for that. And just like what Avery said, the reaction, I get it. I think it's an overreaction based upon what the circumstances are. Some games you have to ride out and let the players figure it out on the court at the time. He gave Ben the opportunity to try and figure it out. Now, if you go into the next series and it's a 2-2 series or a 3-2 series and this situation comes up, Doc might handle it differently. But in this situation, this is how Doc handled it. I can't fault him for that. I'm not mad at him for that. And they have a window.
And can I just add this too? Yo, that Hacker Ben joint, look at Philly's records when teams done that. That was the first game they lost when teams doing that to Ben.
They don't do it enough.
Playoff.
I agree. That ball, you know, I've been screaming about it the whole.
They don't do it enough.
Like, why did I foul this guy? I don't know.
Avery, I want to correct you on something you said though. You said that Ben is the second best player on the court. You meant
possibly. I said
team.
At that point in the game. At that point in the game, you're the second best.
The lineup on the
That's
floor.
what I was trying to say.
He's talking about the lineup on the floor.
Lee was about to tell me.
I mean, with everyone on the court, I still think you meant on your team.
Yes, that's what I meant. On our
team. No. Yeah, because he's not better than Westbrook or Bradley Beal.
But the jury's still out on Westbrook. Go ahead.
But also at the same token, let me say this: even if you bench him, doesn't mean that they win the game either.
Yeah.
It doesn't. It's not a guarantee that they win as well. People was talking as if you bench Ben and the Sixers win. That's not real. So you really got to look at right now how the biggest part of what they got to deal with going forward is Embiid. How hurt is he? And right now they're saying he's doubtful for the next game.
5. I'm telling y'all that now. He's
doubtful.
I think
he's not playing. I'm telling you now. He's not playing. They're at home. The thinking is, we're at home with a clean slate. The biggest issue we got, we traded Tony Bradley and a pick for George Hill. And that was our third big man. Dwight Howard sometimes is inept. We're playing with Mike Scott at center. That's not going to get it done. So now I'll tell you this too. Bertans, I think, is out.
Yeah, he is. He
Yeah,
is. Six,
yeah,
he's done. He's done.
He stretched the floor a lot for them. So we're gonna see how that happens out for them.
Also, just let you know, Anthony Davis is out for the Lakers as well for Game 5. Yeah, I told you he wasn't gonna play. No,
I don't
way
think he's coming back this series.
He was just warming up, but I just seen him warming up, but I don't think he's coming back. I think that's all for sure.
It says the Lakers expected to hold out Anthony Davis there tonight.
Phoenix is 6.
Chris Paul getting healthy.
Phoenix is 6.
Interesting.
Look at Lee.
All right, y'all. This is our take. Thank you for tuning in. What's your take? Get out of it. Peace.
Shout out to Chris Paul hairline.
Oof.